So I wanted to explain this practice question. This is a typical, really short, like 6-minute example of an AP Bio level practice question. So the situation of this is that they have a pond, and in the pond there are 2 different kinds of living things that they're analyzing. They're analyzing cyanobacteria, which are very small, tiny photosynthesizing bacteria. Cyanobacteria are actually also called blue-green algae. They're really famous because it's thought that those were the first organisms that 2 billion years ago started churning oxygen into the atmosphere in the first place. And then decomposers are bacteria, and mostly the bacteria, if they're decomposers, they are breaking down organic materials in the respiration process. Okay, and then they have an oxygen line where they are showing you the rise and fall of the oxygen in the midst of all of that. So now if you go to the question actually asks you, after explaining the situation, all it says is identify the metabolic pathway and the organism that is primarily responsible for the change in oxygen level in the pond between times 1 and 2. And then also identify the same things, the pathway and the organism, for what's going on between times 3 and 4. So it says identify, right? It doesn't say explain, it just says identify. Now that doesn't mean that you can just say 2 words and 2 words and be done. You have to do this in complete sentences. So for time interval 1 to 2, what organism do you think is responsible for the rise in oxygen? And what process is going on? Yes.
Is it cyanobacteria?
Yes, the cyanobacteria. And what process are they doing that is increasing the oxygen?
Photosynthesis?
That's it. You've got it. You've got 50% of the question right just by saying that, except that you have to write it in a complete sentence. So you would say that you would have to say something to the effect of between time intervals 1 and 2, the oxygen gas is increasing. This would be caused by the photosynthesis being done by cyanobacteria. There. That would be 50% of the question right. Then explaining 3 and 4, this decrease in oxygen then would be, what would be responsible for that and what process? Look at the decomposer line, right? Combined with the decrease. Yes, yes, please go ahead and tell me because I can't see the screen right now. I'm assuming you're saying the decomposers and they're doing respiration, yes? You would be correct. Okay, so between time intervals 3 and 4, the oxygen gas is decreasing. So what must be happening is aerobic respiration is happening by the decomposers. The decomposers are doing aerobic respiration, which consumes oxygen in the breakdown of organic materials. There, 100% of the question right. How did you guys do? Anybody get 100? Cellular respiration would also be correct. Yes. You might want to, yeah. Aerobic would probably be the better answer because that is certainly consuming the oxygen, right? And I think most readers are going to assume that if you're saying cellular respiration is assumed to be aerobic in most textbooks. So I think you got it. So good, excellent. And decomposers, yes, Hannah, very good point, that those would probably be bacteria and fungi. Living in pond water, mostly you've got, I think you mostly have bacteria that are doing the breakdown. But yeah, this is very much kind of like the kind of questions I'm going to ask you on Thursday. It's going to be kind of like that, except that I am going to have some explanation questions added to it, okay? And you will have to go a bit in detail about comparing photosynthesis to respiration, which is what we'll do now, okay? So if you could go into your AP Classroom, and sorry, not AP Classroom, your Google Classroom, I get those mixed up, In your Google Classroom, there is a sorting sheet that's one of your must-dos, and I thought we might just do that together so that you have that done. You don't have to worry about it. And I think you could probably use some guidance on that. So let's take a look at that. So your sorting sheet looks like this. Sorting table of respiration and photosynthesis. There it is, right there. Sorting table of respiration and photosynthesis, right there. So I think what I'm going to do, I'd like you to take 15 minutes and work by yourself. And then I'm going to bring you back and I'm going to help you complete it, okay? That right now is going to be the plan. So I want you to try it on your own. In fact, I think I'll put you in breakout rooms so you can just go and work with people if you like, and turn your mics on and do that. And then I'll call you back before the end and give you the answers. All right, that's how we'll do it. It's a must do, it's worth your time. So let's just do that. Make a bunch of groups for you so you can go and find whoever you would like to work with. Or if you'd like to work alone, that's okay too. If you want to come and see me, that's okay too. Okay, and work alone down at the bottom, just like usual. Okay. Did do that practice essay, did that help you gain confidence a little bit? Are you out there? Okay. Awesome. All right. I'm going to stop recording here.